Good evening, I'm Don Hudson. Welcome to the 7. Let's get a look at the big 7 stories right now off the top here. And at the top of our list, a half dozen witnesses taking the stand today in the Sean Finnegan rape, torture, murder trial in Oak Ridge. Now, the witnesses who testified recounting the day police showed up at the Florida Avenue apartments and found the lifeless body of Jennifer Paxton back in 2019. One of today's testimonies was from Colt Pico, who lived directly behind the Finnegan's apartment. Colt is the one who called police after his wife, Mahogany, drove Finnegan's girlfriend at that time, Rebecca Dishman, from Oak Ridge to La Follette so that she could go to a women's shelter. Today, Colt said he had interacted with Dishman a few times, saying this about her demeanor.
What was your opinion of her?
She was simple,
okay.
Kid-like.
Okay. How so?
She just didn't have your typical adult. She dressed kid-like. She'd be excited about stuff my kids had to be excited about.
Okay.
She was just very simple.
Okay. How about her reaction to other people that you were friends there? Did you notice anything unusual about that?
She would cling to anybody that gave her attention. That was nice to her.
Court, by the way, picks up back tomorrow at 9 o'clock. We will be there, and we will bring you updates all throughout the day on all of our newscasts. All right, nearly 5 years after Tennessee Army National Guard soldier Jacob Bishop was found dead in his Lenore City home, 2 people have been arrested and charged with his murder, and his family finally getting some answers. Amanda Bishop and Eric Bird, you see him right there, were arrested yesterday. The Loudoun County Sheriff's Office tells us that Amanda and Jacob Bishop were going through a divorce and custody battle at the time of the murder. Officials also identifying Bird as Amanda's cousin. Jacob's brother expressing gratitude to the Sheriff's Office for the arrest, but says life just hasn't been the same since his brother's death.
It's kind of a relief in a sense, but at the same time, it doesn't change nothing. I still don't have my brother. My mom still doesn't have her son, you know, that kind of thing. But as far as justice, it's nice to know where they are. You know what I mean? So nobody can do this again.
Both suspects, we are told, are expected to appear in the Loudoun County Court on Monday. A 25-year-old from Morristown who drowned in Cherokee Lake has been identified. Bryson Patrick Harrell died after swimming with family members and never resurfacing. The Grainger County Sheriff tells us first responders were called to the Olin Marshall Bridge Lake access a little after 7 o'clock last night. He adds that Harrell had been swimming with family members, went under the water, never resurfaced. We're told his body was recovered about 2 hours later. The Sheriff's Department says that this investigation is still ongoing. Honoring those who serve. That's what Tennessee state lawmakers and the family of Army Private First Class Glenn Paul Wood did today. They were all on hand as a portion of Rutledge Pike in Knox County was renamed to the Private First Class Glenn Paul Wood Memorial Mile. Wood was a Korean War veteran who received a Purple Heart after being injured by an enemy grenade. Larry Wood, his son, tells us this project has been in the works for nearly a year. He adds that this memorial will serve as a daily reminder of his father's bravery.
My heart is just overwhelmed with joy. I live just like 2 miles up the road here, so I'll be passing this every day. And every day I'll pass it, I guarantee you, there'll be a big smile on my face because I was always proud of my dad.
Again, the Private First Class Glenn Paul Wood Memorial Mile is on the stretch of Rutledge Pike. That's between mile 36 and mile marker 37 right here in Knox County. A highly anticipated development in Sevier County has hit a snag. Construction on exit 407 Gateway to Adventure has been delayed indefinitely. The first phase was planned to open next year. It would have brought stores, restaurants, and an entertainment area called Smoky Gap right off of I-40 exit 407. Now, we're told the developer, Kidawah LLC, is changing its approach to bring a resort to that area. Kidawah was created by the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians to operate their non-gaming businesses. They purchased 200 acres of the land near Smoky Stadium back in 2020. Matthew Cross, the CEO of OE Experiences, is leasing the land. He says a resort announcement will be coming in the near future, but in the meantime, they expect attractions to come to the area as well. Right, construction beginning for the Pellissippi Place residential complex. Now, this project was actually announced a little more than 2 years ago. We're told construction will finally get underway later this month. Now, this is going to be a mixed-use complex. It'll be right off Old Knoxville Highway and Pellissippi Parkway down in Alcoa. A website dedicated to the Pellissippi Place project says the development is expected to be 4 stories tall. It's going to include residential spaces. It's going to include retail shops, also some restaurants. But right now, it's unclear exactly how many residential spaces will be created in the project. Now, you might be asking, why did it take so long and why was it delayed? Well, we have the answers. The Blunt Partnership told us the project was delayed due to issues with TDOT and some of the redesigning that had to go on. The development is now expected to cost $100 million. That money includes the road construction on the 14.8-acre property. We're told that's the first step of the construction. The road work is scheduled to begin at the end of August. All right, for our final Big 7 story tonight, a delay to the ongoing renovations at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. It will not all be completed next year like originally planned. So not completely completed, just somewhat completed. UT is now saying that the home of all baseball will continue into 2026, that construction, I should say. So the question is why? Well, a release from UT Athletics says that the university has run into some unexpected challenges with relocating utilities. But despite the delay, UT says that fans will still enjoy some amenities next year. We're told there will still be enhanced seating behind home plate, a new right field student section, a new left field bar on the main concourse, and new baseline restrooms and concessions, among other things. However, we're also told that we're all going to have to wait until 2026 to see things such as the new home plate entrance and the plaza, also the new sound system, permanent LED lighting, and the player entry corridor.